Okay, in this video I'm going to graph the equation y equals negative 2/3 times open absolute value x minus 2 close absolute value minus 3. So the first thing I need to do is identify the vertex. If you'll recall, I need to switch the sign of this number to get the x component of the vertex. So instead of negative 2, I'm going to have positive 2, and then the y component is simply negative 3. Now the slope of the right to the right of the vertex, once I plot it, we go right 2, down 3, here's the vertex. Slope to the right is simply the number being multiplied by the absolute value, that's negative 2/3. And the slope to the left of the vertex is the opposite of that number, it's positive 2/3. Okay, so now we can start graphing this guy. Go to the vertex, I'm going to do the slope to the right first, so I got to go down 2 and then right 3. That's the first point. Down 2, right 3. And then I'm going to connect this with a ray. All of the points on this ray are solutions to the equation. Now let's give the left-hand branch. So we're going to do the slope positive 2/3. So I'm going to go down 2 again, but this time I'm going to go left 3. 1, 2, 3. Go down 2 again, left 3. Connect it with a ray. And we have the graph of the absolute value equation. So let's look at the domain. All of the x values are going to work. If you'll notice, for an absolute value, the domain is going to be all real numbers, and you can see that negative 2 works, negative 3, so on and so forth. And more importantly, the numbers that I don't even have graphed, negative 7, way down here, is going to show up on the graph. So let's look at the range. The range is not as simple. Not all of the y values are contained in this graph. If you'll notice, it's pretty clear that negative 5 is on the graph. It's on the graph. It's at 2 places. Negative 6 is. The y value negative 6 shows up twice. Negative 3 shows up at the vertex. But negative 2 isn't on here. So I know negative 2 is not going to be in the range. So it goes from negative 3 down. So my range is y is less than or equal to negative 3. Okay, the x-intercepts, this guy doesn't cross the x-axis. So there's not going to be an x-intercept for this graph. And the y-intercept, if you'll notice, is between negative 4 and negative 5. I can't pin that down exactly. I'm going to have to do some algebra to find the y-intercept, and we will do that in the next video when we have to find the y-intercept of this graph.